Hi, this is Tim, and welcome to another episode of Tim Wilborne's Industrial Automation Show, the show that doesn't have a name yet. And today we're going to talk about meanies.
That's not consistent.
What do you mean it's not consistent?
You're about automation, not mean people.
As my peanut gallery guest, I have my daughter, Wendell, with me. And she's right. Usually I would not talk about meanies, but you would never believe it. But I have a fan club that seems to follow my videos and my posts. And by fan club, I don't mean people that are actually excited to see my videos and stuff. It's people that seem to be critical every time. And I do want to bring this up because I'm going to do a video actually about, this one's about meanies, well the next one will be about haters. But really, I see too much on social media where somebody who's just starting out or, maybe is not quite at the level of what the commenter thinks, and they post a picture of, a nice control panel or something, and people just rip it to pieces. And it's like, I think we could be a little more constructive. But anyway, since our last podcast, we have gotten lots of good feedback, a lot of good suggestions on questions, and of course, we have certain people that just love to throw a little negativity in. So I just decided, something, I'm going to reserve this episode just for them. Maybe it'll make them feel special and they'll move on to someone else. So here are some comments and questions that I have gotten recently. Number one, why do you keep deleting my comments? I expect answers. Well, there is a right way and a wrong way to ask a question. And probably starting your questions with, you're so stupid, or you're wrong, or why do you keep doing this when I've told you before that this is the way it should be done is probably not the way to start a constructive conversation. If you leave a rude comment, or even you may be right, but if you put it down as mudslinging or insulting, yes, I'm going to delete it. I mean, I wouldn't let you spray paint on my house. No, I'm not going to let you spray paint in either my videos or my social media or anything like that. And I think we all need to really think about how the person is going to feel when we comment on their thing. So, okay, maybe the person's panel's not perfect, but is it better than their previous panel? I mean, obviously they were probably proud of it to show that. And while they may need some constructive feedback, they don't need you to say that it looks amateurish or a hazard or gosh, if I built a panel that ugly, I sure wouldn't post it. They don't need that. That doesn't help build up our industry. So yes, if you left a comment like that on my channel and all of a sudden you see your comment gone, it probably has something to do with that. Also, there is another camp out there that sometimes certain people are posting the same thing over and over that's inaccurate. And there comes a point, I can't argue every time about something. I've made my point at least once with you, and yeah, you posting it again isn't going to help any. And of course, we have the people that think that my comment section is for advertising their companies. And yeah, one, that doesn't work. And also, yeah, I just don't want it littered with that. All right, so if your comments are deleted, that's probably why. Number two, I saw your notes that you were reading from in your video. You are not that smart. You're right. I write things down so I don't have to remember them. What was that? Wendell, what movie was that? Indiana Jones, the dad. Sean Connery, rest in peace. Didn't he say, I write things down so I don't have to remember them? Well, he's right. There you go. So the difference is you're right. I'm not that smart, but hopefully I've gotten wise enough to write the things down. I mean, obviously, you have a lot of faith in our videos, though, because, most of our videos are pretty much unscripted. But, yeah, occasionally there is a note jotted down here or there, to help me remember something. Got some IP addresses or some crazy numbers or some math. Yeah, I'm not spitting these numbers right off the top of my head. So you're right. We are definitely writing a few things down here. And probably the big lesson on that one is maybe you should learn to write a few things down. Carry a notepad with you, carry a pen with you. It's okay. You could even get one of those little pocket protectors and we could stick it right here. It's all cool. And yeah, as you need to do something or remember something, write that down. It's a pretty cool thing. It's been around for a while, but yeah, you're right. I'm not that smart, but hopefully I'm getting a step wiser. Number three, how much does Rockwell Automation pay you to kiss their ass and use their products. Well, you know something? That is one of the coolest things that I think makes us unique as a YouTube channel compared to a lot of the others is they don't pay us, and no one can actually pay to be on this channel. Everything that you see used in these videos is because I would use them in my control panel. What? Well, that's what the question was. It's not a matter of language. The guy's question was, how much does Rockwell Automation pay you to kiss their ass? It's what the question was. Sorry, my daughter was here and she heard me use the A word. We get a ton of requests from companies asking us to please use their product in our channel. And I tell them every time, you got to sell it to me as a consumer, as a builder of a control panel, or as a PLC programmer before it will ever get on a video. So there is no paying to get on the channel. Don't send me any samples. We don't need a sample of anything. We can read on the internet the same as anyone else. And once it catches our eye and we're like, ooh, now that would help us out, or that would make something better, or that would increase the reliability of our panel, or that would save us time building panels. All right, number 4. Too bad you don't know how to spell Excel, E-X-C-E-L. You spelled it Accel, A-C-C-E-L, in your STEM book, Recommendations to Kids. Well, you're right. And I apologize for that, but you know, STEM, science, that's what the S is for. T is technology. E, if it was English, then yeah, you'd probably be desperately right. I need to do better. But the E actually is for engineering, and then M is for mathematics. Now, yeah, I did correct it, and I appreciate you calling that out, but I think you could have done it a little smoother. And again, that goes probably back to number 1. I think there's a way to post a comment that can get your point across and not be quite so harsh. Because, okay, too bad you don't know how to spell Excel. You spelled it Excel. Okay, were my book recommendations, were they good or were they bad? Did that have any outcome on the recommendation? Because really, I think those books were outstanding, and yeah, I'll probably do another one for this summer, and I think that all those books will probably be in there, and I'll probably add a few more. Okay, number 5, you must give me your WhatsApp number. I've asked for it in many of your videos. Well, if you've asked for it in one video and I haven't given it to you, then why would asking for it in a second video make it any better? And here's the deal, guys, is Amber and I are both stretched time-wise to the limit as far as this. And most of our time is spent helping out people really for free. You know, most of the people we help, we actually get no return on. They don't end up buying a product. They don't end up using any service of ours. You know, it's just something that we do to help boost our industry and raise the next generation up, you know, have a better flourishing industry. If I give any more time, it's got to come from somewhere else. So if I give you 10 minutes, I've got to get it from somewhere. And that 10 minutes at this point is giving up either time with the kids, time with Amber, or sleep. Those are really the only 3 options. And so that's one reason we're talking about these, you know, doing these podcasts is I do answer a lot of the questions over and over and over, which I love doing. These are the questions for entry into the industry, and that's kind of what we want to address here. But hopefully we can end up having a broader conversation more publicly to help more people at one time. Because yeah, I mean, I can't give you my WhatsApp number. I can't even hardly give an email address now. You know, on our peak day, we get about 900 emails in a day. And like I said, most of them are to help someone out for free. And so, no, I'm not giving you your WhatsApp number. Quit putting it in the comments. Number 6. You are so ignorant. You put 240 volt into your so-called phase converter and got 240 volt out. It's the same thing. Perpetual motion doesn't exist. You know, and here are the comments that really irritate me and I almost start slinging mud at every time. Is this guy has no idea the difference between single phase and 3-phase power. So yes, I have a video out there and I can put it in the comments, or you can probably search it on YouTube and find it, where I take 240 volt household power and I generate that third leg for 240 volt three phase. And that's how we test our control panels. And well, that's how we run our mills. That's how we run any of the three phase equipment that we have, because all we have is 240 single phase. But okay, so this guy, and here's where I'm like, why did he even post this? But apparently he's learning about electricity, and he's learned enough to know how to use a voltmeter and touch L1 and L2 at his house and get 240, and doesn't realize that they're single and three phase. So he just posts on there that I'm ignorant because he doesn't understand it. And again, here's where it's like, this comment had zero, I guess, benefit for either of us. It didn't build me up. It didn't give him any more information. And yeah, here's another one that I see a lot of. And yes, this comment got deleted, like so many comments out there. Is okay. I mean, if we're going to have, I love having constructive conversations. I love criticism. I mean, actually, I probably enjoy criticism more than I enjoy praise because it helps me become better. But when you just throw something there, the one that has zero basis, but also that doesn't have any, like, how can I do better next time, then yeah, I mean, it's going to get deleted. All right, number 8, you conceal the time on your PC by pasting your face in the bottom right of the video. It takes much more time to do these things than your video makes it out to. Well, yeah. I don't actually post my, if you watch any of my how-tos, when I go to the computer screen, I usually shrink myself down to the bottom right corner, and that way I can kind of still point at a few things and maybe, be talking about something. And I don't do that to cover the time up. I do that because really, if you look at any Windows screen, the bottom right corner seems to be the least busy. I mean, let's just think about it. We got 4 corners. This is a square, and we have 4 corners. Oh, somebody's gonna call me out. It's a rectangle, it's not a square. But okay, in the bottom left corner, we have the Windows Start menu. So if I cover that up, nobody's gonna know how to get to anything that I'm talking about. And in the top left corner, well, that's where almost every menu structure begins in a program. And then we have the top right corner where, okay, those where the exit and the minimize are, but also for dealing with something that has that properties tab on the right side, the properties is up there. So it's the only corner left. It doesn't have anything to do with concealing the time. It's not a very busy corner as far as videos go. Now, does it take longer than my videos show? Absolutely. There's many reasons for that. And I mean, I can put the time on there if it's really bugging them, but one, we have an automation company to run. The phone's ringing off the hook constantly. I got 2 kids in the room with me right now. Who knows when they're going to butt in? They're doing their schoolwork, and I got to stop for it if they have a question. So yeah, I mean, if I'm doing a video and it's 20 minutes long, yeah, it might have taken me an hour. And also, I've done this a few times, so it probably is going to take you more time. But again, here, let's go back to constructive comments versus non-constructive comments. How was that particular one anyway constructive? You conceal the PC time by pasting your face in the bottom right corner. It takes much more time than your video makes it out to. Well, I think that goes for any video. Good grief. I mean, if I made the videos how long it actually takes, I mean, it might, does anybody really want to watch an 8-hour video? I don't think so. Okay, I skipped number 7. Oh, and that's one of the greatest ones. Why did you block me? I will never watch your videos again. Well, yeah, that's I blocked you. That's the hope, is that you just go away and I never have to see you again. And really, there's very few people out there that I have blocked. It's not something I do normally. And really, if someone is making negative comments often, usually I will try to send them an email once or send a message somehow once to them and be like, hey, can we lighten up, or can we change our tone, or if you have a problem with me, can we work this out? And yeah, if they continue doing it, you do get blocked. And I just have to do that for my own sanity. So I'm getting ready to do a podcast on really dealing with haters, which is kind of what we're talking about here, and dealing with burnout from it. And it's something Amber and I have been talking about a lot lately is, you get that one hateful email or that one hateful comment, or it could be the stranger in the grocery store, and it takes 10 good comments to really come back from it. And so yeah, I can't, if I'm going to keep making videos and try to be cheerful with everybody and try to pump them up and get them into this industry, then no, I can't get beat down every time I post a video by you. So yeah, in those cases, you do end up getting blocked. And no, there's probably no coming back from getting blocked. I mean, at least as far as now, there has never been anyone who has really came back and said, you know, I realize now that I was probably a little harsh. Can we start having some conversations again? Okay, number 9. Your teaching methods are insanely unorthodox. If schools listened to you, then the foundation of our educational system would crumble. I kind of like that comment. Wendell's sitting over here looking at utter shock. She hasn't heard any of these comments yet. Oh yeah, she's surprised. Yeah, she's over there in the corner now, so you can't hear her. But she didn't know I had so many hate comments. And really, yeah, I delete them. I don't really share them with anybody. Maybe, you know, maybe there's what I need to do. I need to just start posting the hate comments and being like, hey, here's today's hate comment. What do y'all think? But I did like this comment because, yeah, okay, our teaching method is different. We don't really have a lined up curriculum that we definitely have to follow step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. You know, we lead you into a situation. And really, one, we look forward to mistakes. And we don't look forward to mistakes to, you know, criticize you. I mean, we look forward to them because they are learning opportunities. And in fact, that's what we call them in here is, you know, learning opportunities. And really, if you're not making any mistakes, then you're not really trying hard enough. That's kind of our philosophy. So yes, mistakes happen often. You know, if a wire falls off of a contact, we're not going to tell little Johnny, hey, that wire fell off. Well, no, we're going to wait and we're going to let him finish his program. And then when he goes and tries to run it, and all of a sudden he's like, well, I'm pressing the button and nothing's happening, then, hey, we have a learning opportunity. And we're going to trace that back and we're going to figure out why it doesn't work. And he will never forget that lesson. Now, if I just run up to him, and, wait, you let this wire fall off, let's get it back in its position, then he hasn't learned anything. He doesn't know how I knew that, besides the fact I happen to visually see it. So, yeah, our teaching methods are different. And I won't say our teaching methods are the best for everyone, but they are definitely good for, you know, that hands-on crowd. So yeah, I do like that comment. He did mean it very negatively when he said it. I might actually post that as a testimonial. For the roundup one, I think similarly to the one we did about how to get in the industry, where we kind of gave an explanation of the good boss versus the bad boss, I'm going to use an example where I had a comment that was a good comment and a bad comment that actually asked the exact same question. And this actually is an older video, and I'll put it down in the comments, but we put out a video that was about using templates to save time building control panels, but also about fastener links. And in that video, I had to cut the backside of the bolts on the control panel where it mounted the circuit breakers in. And so, and I can even use these guys' names because I know the good comment guy really well, Jeremy Ross, who actually, you know, if you recall from my sinking and sourcing, he's the one that really brought up the question that just made that video outstanding. Well, in this one he asked, why don't you just use shorter screws? Because yeah, why wouldn't I just use shorter screws instead of cutting them? Well, there's only a 1/4 inch clearance between the panel and the back of the enclosure. And when you get into those linked screws, they come in 1/2 inch increments. So there isn't one that actually fits. So that was an excellent constructive question. But then if we go on down here, we have Matty Ladd, and he said, grinder, bolt cutters? Oh my God, dude, just buy some more sizes of screws and bolts. They make them in about 5mm increments. This doesn't paint you in a good light. Well, no, they actually, if we're going metric, they make them in 12mm increments standard at that length. So that wasn't a solution, but there, same exact question. So see the difference in Jeremy Ross's question and Matty Ladd's harsh comment? It wasn't even actually a question. In the end, they were making the same statement. And in the end, I think Jeremy understood, okay, yeah, well, you're right. There are situations where we may have to cut the bolts. But Matty Lab wasn't interested in that. He was just interested in telling me how I was painting myself in a crappy light. So there you go. Now you know that if you are getting negative comments in your YouTube or your social media, you're not alone. It happens to all of us. I think what I'm trying to say here, guys, is we've got to manage to encourage each other. We can't sit here and beat each other down. I mean, if we're stepping on top of each other to get to the top, then one, we're bruising a lot of people along the way. And also there's an opportunity for someone else to step on us trying to get to the top. And this is an industry that we need more people. There is no need for us to put someone else down. So I hope this video has been helpful, or at least maybe enlightening to her. I don't know, it's kind of heavy. This is one of those videos I'm not even sure if it's going to make the cut. But all right, let me know, because yeah, if it makes the cut and we've gotten to here and you actually hear it, then it did make the cut. Is, okay, did it help you realize that you're not alone in being criticized? And while I try to be more uplifting in my videos, would you like to hear more of this? I mean, obviously I'm not going to give these criticizers much attention because they don't deserve any. But there you go. All the haters out there that always usually hit the thumbs down button, there you go. Here's a video for you. Yeah, so go ahead and hit that thumbs down button if you really enjoy hitting it. Also, please hit that thumbs up button, because that one is what does something to put gas in our tank and keep us doing this. Till next time. Hi, this is Tim.
And this is Amber of TW Controls. We run the automation store. Hey, thanks for finding our channel.
Here's a playlist with some similar videos.
And YouTube thinks you'll like this video.
Please like our video and subscribe to our channel.
And if our videos have helped you make some money and you're not using our products, please consider supporting us on Patreon.
Till next time.
See ya!